Well, hello. So I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to cook these jackfruit seeds. Now, if you get jackfruit, you can do a lot of things with it. You can eat it just like regular jackfruit. You can take the unripe jackfruit and make fake meat out of it. And nothing goes to waste. You can save jackfruit seeds and boil them. I'm just going to kind of rinse these off with some water just to clean off any sticky, fruity residue on it. So I covered the seeds so they're all submerged, just like maybe just so there's like a quarter of an inch, like a half inch of water on top of the seeds. I have the stove turned on to about 8 there, just because it's a small pan. If it were a bigger pan, I'd put it on high, just while I bring it to boil. And I'm bringing it to a boil while the seeds are already submerged. I also have some salt here. I didn't measure it, I just kind of took like I don't know, maybe like a quarter teaspoon to a half teaspoon of salt, and I'm just going to boil the seeds with the salt in it. Now that it's at a rolling boil, I'm going to cover this with a lid and turn it down to about medium there, and maybe a little more medium than that. We're at 15 minutes, and it seems like the skins are actually separating off some of them. Let's pull one of them out. Now how you tell they're ready is you're supposed to be able to poke through it easily, like it's a potato. I think it is. Looks pretty good. I've heard you can just like open these up with your fingernails. Just need to peel the skin off. And if you look at the texture there, it looks actually a lot like potato. It smells also like potato, but like a little different. A little more nutty. It's pretty good. The texture is very similar to potato. Maybe a little drier, but still good. The flavor is... it's like a mixture of potato and chestnut. It's got like a little something extra to it. It's a little more nutty. It's got also like a similar flavor to roasted guinnep seeds, which I did in another review. Those I believe I just described as tasting like chestnuts. These are more potato-y, but very good. So this is pretty interesting, just so you know, you have something else that you can do if you buy jackfruit. Like especially if you're buying like a big jackfruit and you have to throw away a good amount of it. You have to get rid of the green rind on the outside. You have to get rid of like some of the flesh surrounding the edible pods. So once you get those edible pods, that's maybe not so much fruit for such like a big thing, but this is just like a way to get a little bit more out of it. Another thing that you can do is roast jackfruit seeds. Now this is something that is less common, but I've been looking around online. I've seen like a few people who've done it and have recipes for it, so not sure how this is gonna go, but we're gonna try to experiment together, okay? So what I have here are jackfruit seeds in water. It's because I'm washing all the nasty pulp off of it. Okay, so I've dried them in a towel, just because you don't want them to be too wet, I don't think, because then you might end up like steaming them, and you want these to roast. So I try to get off as much water as I could. And next, just so like these do not detonate in your oven, I have a knife, and I'm going to just like poke a little slit in these. Can I do this with one hand without losing an arm? Kind of. So yeah, I'm just going to cut a slit in each side of these, kind of like how you would do it with chestnuts. See that? Yeah, it's been done. So I have them here. The oven has been preheated, and I'm going to actually cover these with this thing. This is a pie tin with holes in it. Yeah, which I just happen to have lying around. So I'm going to cover that just in case they explode. I don't know if that's going to cause any issues heating it or not, but I guess I'm going to find out. And what I did is I actually preheated the oven to 400 degrees. I'm going to open it up and put these guys in here. And this is going to go for 20 minutes. Bam! Alright, so it's been 20 minutes. Let's see how these guys turned out. Ooh, that is aromatic. Smells like a little funky, like jackfruit funkiness. And looks like none of them exploded. The ones that came out of the seed coat, the little pieces here, these are hard as a rock. But these look like they might be okay. It's much firmer than the boiled kind. I mean, there's no water getting absorbed here, so that should change things quite a bit. That is really good. It tastes almost exactly like roasted chestnuts. It's maybe a little bit softer, like a dry potato, and it has a little bit more of a potato-y kind of taste than a chestnut, but definitely more towards the chestnut side of things than the potato side. And I think when you boil them, it tasted like a little bit more potato-y than when you roast it. So, good. Very good. And I would prefer the roasted ones over the boiled ones as well. It's like a little bit more flavor to it. It's a little nuttier. It's better texture. To be eating it just like straight anyway. I think if you're going to cook with it, it doesn't really matter. I think probably the boiling one would be just like easier to do than to roast it. You could throw it in a pot with soups or something and use it in place of potatoes, or put it in a curry or something, and it would be good. But roasting them is probably the best way to eat them, as just like a snack by hand. But yeah, good, very good. So if you buy a jackfruit, don't throw out those seeds. Those seeds are really tasty. Definitely worth taking the effort to roast them or boil them. So check it out. Hey guys, don't click out on the window just yet, okay? Listen to me for 1 second. I just want to take a quick moment and tell you about my Patreon page that I just started. This is a way for fans of my series to help contribute and make my show even greater, and to expand on content, get new videos, and give you some cool bonuses and rewards. So if you have a moment, just click on this video right here, click on me, and it'll take you to my Patreon page where you can learn more. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye-bye. I made this video too long. Yeah, you can, if you don't want to go to the Patreon page, it's okay. You can also click on one of these fruit videos. There's one over here. You can go to the next episode, and you can go down over here to go to the last week's episode, and yeah. Oh yeah, subscribe. Subscribing is helpful, and like it's good. Liking it is good. And leave a comment if you want to leave a comment. You know, tell me what you think. If you liked it, you hated it. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Bye bye.